Hi, welcome back to Corner of Bexley. Clay with you.
Sorry, everybody. It's me, Sarah. What's up? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my life together right now, but I'm still laughing too hard.
I mean,
Oh man, sorry about
it was an
that.
all moment. I thought they
Oh
were
man.
just speechless.
Sorry, everybody. We're watching the closing ceremonies of the 2024 Paris Olympics, and we have it on mute so that we can record the podcast and kind of watch at the same time. And sometimes when you don't have the sound on, people don't know what's going on.
Facial expressions
Oh
are,
man.
you know.
Oh man. Well,
just...
welcome back, everybody. Thank you to everybody that has been listening and supporting and giving their feedback. We appreciate it. We're just trying to get a little better every time. Um, you know, give you something to enjoy. 30 minutes to an hour out of your day, take your mind off things, all that. Um, so I guess we can, since we were talking about the Olympics, we can open with the conclusion of the Paris Summer Olympics. It was a very interesting Olympics, to say the least. We concluded it today. Obviously, the closing ceremonies are going on right now. USA closed it out with 126 medals overall. 40 of those medals were gold medals, which tied us with China. We got our final medal in the women's basketball today, which was it went right down to the wire. I watched the last little bit of it. So even though I'm Team USA all the way, a big congratulations to the France is who the men and the women ended up playing. But it came down to like the last seconds. The girl tried to do her best impression of Reggie Miller, but didn't step back far enough, actually stepped forward. And instead of it being a 3-pointer, it was a 2. And the United States won by 1 point. So I think that makes like 8 straight gold medals for the women's basketball team.
Really?
They've never not gotten gold from how it sounds. I thought I saw something, a statistic like 65% of the medals we got, or maybe the gold medals we got, were from women's sports.
Really?
Dominating.
I believe it. Because how did the girls soccer do? Didn't they?
Yep, they got gold. Shout out to the women's soccer team bringing home the gold again. I'm definitely need that Trinity Rodman jersey. Like Trinity Rodman, the daughter of NBA Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman. She was amazing. That first goal that she scored in that first match, I was like, wow, like those genetics, that athletic genetics runs strong. But happy, congratulations to all of the Olympians, whether you medaled or you didn't medal. Getting to the Olympics, I feel like, is a super hard feat. It kind of, puts you in your own category, whether you play a sport that is professional, where, we have, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, hockey is in the Winter Olympics, but still, whether you play a sport where your eyes are on you all times because you're a professional athlete, or, you play a sport where the Olympics is the kind of the only time people see you. Yes, there's always world championships, but I feel like there are certain sports during the Olympics, like track and field and gymnastics, field hockey. Even you could even, I mean, soccer is woven its way into America. Same with, the NHL, with hockey. It's not, those two sports aren't as celebrated as much. I feel like we celebrate it, as in Ohio celebrates it a lot because we have two teams, but our one team has won a championship 3 times. So there's a lot more eyes on our Columbus Crew soccer team because they have been champions. And I, would like to see um, Cincinnati soccer or Cincinnati Football Club get up to that level.
Mm-hmm.
But there are definitely lots of sports that, we as people don't pay a lot of attention to because they're not on the stage a lot. And for a lot of athletes, like, this is where their money is made. They, win a gold medal or
Handball.
get a medal, period. And that can set them up for life. I saw something where
Or get out of military service.
right, you get out of military service, or I
Yeesh.
think like there was a gymnast for, I want to say, the Philippines. He got a medal. I don't remember which one, and he basically, they're giving him a bunch of money. He gets a free home. He
Really?
gets all of this stuff. So,
Mm.
shout out to them. Those athletes that are in sports that aren't always, eyes aren't always on them.
Mm.
We have the Paralympics, which starts August 28th and runs to September 8th. I might try to tune in to a little bit of that because those are still Olympic athletes too. I know, what's her name? I want to say her name is Tara Woodhall. She got gold in the long jump, maybe. Her husband is a Paralympic athlete.
Mm.
He has the blades on his legs. He's a
Oh
runner.
yeah.
So, and they're super cute together. So, it's important to lend our support to all of our Olympic athletes. Um, and then we have, of course, Paris will be handing off the Olympics to the United States, the LA Olympics in 2028 will be in Los Angeles, California, which should be amazing. I think this will that puts the United States, or LA specifically, at 4 times hosting the Olympics. I think it's only been done by London and maybe Paris and maybe Germany. I'm not sure. Um, so that should be interesting. I was talking to Clayton and saying like how cool it would be to like go out and just like, even if we don't get to go and see any events because I don't know how that works. It would be just cool to be around the atmosphere of, LA. I love going to California. It's one of my favorite places to go. Every time I go, I don't ever want to come back home. It has a very homey feel to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I love being out there. Clayton, obviously, you were stationed
Yeah.
out
4 years out
there.
there, stayed on West Coast, Best Coast.
so,
So.
um, so yeah, it'll be interesting. There's been a lot of events going on. We had, the Copa America, the Euro Cup, and now the Olympics. Um, I thought it was an interesting Olympics. Every Olympics has its controversy.
Mm.
So that probably will close out our Olympic talk for a while, unless some cool stuff comes out about it. But I personally would like to send some love and some light. I don't know if she'll ever hear this podcast, but I would personally like to send love and light out to United States gymnast Jordan Childs. Um, she won the gold medal with the team, and then she won, in controversial fashion, the bronze medal on floor after her score came in, and the United States didn't really like the look of her score, so they submitted an inquiry. And the judges accepted the inquiry. They looked at her routine again and said, "Oh, we did not, we misscored you for something that you actually did correctly." They bumped her score up like 1/10 of a point, bumping her into that third place, putting her on the podium for the bronze medal.
Mm.
The Romanian uh, federation decided that they didn't like that because it was their gymnast that was bumped out of that third place spot. So they then submitted arbitration. The arbitrator said that because from the moment the score comes in, teams have 1 minute to submit an inquiry. The United States team submitted their inquiry at 1 minute and 4 seconds. So the judges shouldn't have accepted the inquiry at all, and everything should have stood. So the arbitrator determined that the inquiry was submitted is invalid, moving Jordan out of that third spot, reinstating her original score and moving that Romanian gymnast back into the third spot, and not asking, but the IOC, which is like the governing body of the Olympics, has basically told Jordan 5 days later, after you've given her this bronze medal, that she
Yikes.
must relinquish it, or she is to be stripped of it. And
Man.
I feel bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, rules are rules, and I get it. I was a gymnast. I played other sports. I get it. That is the rule. The rule is you submit the inquiry you have a minute to submit it. If it's a minute, if it's seconds over, it can't be accepted. So it should, had they said, "I'm sorry, you're over a minute, we can't accept it," we would have never even had this controversy. But because the judges accepted it, it creates the controversy. People shouldn't be coming at Jordan and ridiculing and being racial or sexist or whatever they are to her, to the point where she has to step away from social media. That's not okay. I feel for her. I feel for the Romanian gymnast too, because now everybody is going to be looking at her like, if you weren't such a crybaby, if you weren't such a Karen, if you weren't this, that, and the third, it sets her up to be a villain too. It sucks. It sucks so bad that I heard a little, I don't know if it's true, that Romania basically was like, "We understand what's going on. If we could have them share, the bronze medal, we're fine with that too. We realize it's 5 days. She's been on a press tour.
Yeah.
She's back in the United States." And the IOC declined that. Now, my beef with it all is, you could have said, yes, we realize the optics of this situation and how things are going to look. And it looks like when they gave Jordan the bronze, it made it look like, oh, the United States cried and they got their way. And then now that they're taking it away from her and giving it to Romania, it looks the same way. Oh, they cried and they got their way. We're talking about the Olympics needs to do better. This is the world stage. And if anything, you've embarrassed yourselves a little bit in Paris with the debacle with swimming in the river and it not being clean enough for athletes to even be swimming in. It's embarrassing. This is the same Paris Olympics where we had two former track athletes from the 2012 Olympics finally justifying and getting their gold medals after they were cheated out of those medals by Russia and their alleged doping. So it's bad optics. It looks terrible. Like I said, I feel bad for the Romanian gymnast because now she looks it looks bad upon Romania. And I also feel bad for Jordan because the way everything was handled, it looks bad for her too. So I just want to send love and light out to Jordan Childs. I know she announced that she's going back to UCLA for team gymnastics there. So I wish her the best of luck in her season. And yeah, that was the Olympics.
USA, USA, USA.
So next, real quick, wrestling talk. Obviously, we have Bash at Berlin happening August 31st. We've already got 2 matches that have been slated. Cody Rhodes will verse Kevin Owens for the undisputed heavyweight championship, and we have Gunther, who is your new heavyweight champion, versing Randy Orton for that title, which was a surprise. So we have those 2 slated matches. You know, we have Roman Reigns, who's back and just beating the ever-loving shit out of the new bloodline.
Yeah.
New bloodline looking shaky in the light. Great value.
Tribal Houlihan just screwing it. Miss Marks
screwing things up. You know, you have great value Tribal Chief Solo Sikoa looking like he doesn't know what's going on or why all this is happening. I did see where I think he posted like a picture of Roman hugging him, and he put in the caption like, "You lied," which I get it. Like, I think everybody, when Roman was the guy, the thing was, oh, well, Jimmy and Jay don't want to be the next tribal chief. It's definitely going to be it's Solo Sikoa. And as soon as Roman steps out of the way and Solo says, I'm the tribal chief, it's like, whoa, cool your jets. And then you have, you know, the theory about the what is it called? The Ulafala necklace, that it's some kind of
the meaning, the power.
The power. You know, you saw the one Tonga pick it up, and he kind of looked at it in his hands, like,
yeah, he was eyeing it.
And you still have, you know, there's still questions. You know, is Jacob as loyal to Solo as he thinks? You have the Tongas when Jacob was brought in, them looking at Solo, shaking in the light, like, yo, who the fuck is this man? You didn't. Yeah. Is he? Why are we here? Who is he? But you have, you know, Roman Reigns back looking at Solo like he's food as usual. Solo looking at Roman like, but you said that I could put the necklace on. Why are you being mean to me now?
You said I could be the leader.
Right. And so all of that is probably setting
I could run the meeting now.
Right. Setting up for, I don't know, War Games or Bad Blood or something, but it kind of
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it kind of sets it up like Roman and Cody Part 3 probably isn't going to happen until Roman
finishes business.
Family business or whatever. And then you have the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest just whooping up on the OG Judgment, or the new Judgment Day.
Yeah. Dang. Finn Balor, Liv.
Finn
Dominic.
And Liv and Dom and Carlito and JD McDonough. Which my thing is, if you're paying attention, it's not. Finn said in his little package to Damian, like, oh, you felt like you were the leader. You started feeling like you were the leader and you only got here because of us. And what I really think it is, at one point, Finn was that dude, you know, won the championship, got hurt, had to relinquish, blah, 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 blah. Finn was that guy. And it's fine if you think you're better than everybody else. But it's, if you think you're better than me, I don't think so. And I feel like Rhea
Judgment Day.
Rhea is actually the leader of Judgment Day.
There is no leaders.
And Damian kind of got big and Rhea got big, and Finn is like, I used to be that. That used to be me. And that's where my things were going to. And then I got hurt. And now I'm here. So now I'm just a member. So it's like, you can see, like, it wasn't that Damian and Rhea, or Damian specifically, got to be big. It was that Finn felt that Damian felt that he was bigger than him, and that's not okay. That's why, if you notice, he was like, oh, I'm going to send JD out there so you just wanted to bark orders. All you had to do was say that, bruh. Good luck with that, because I feel like Dom, I don't know, I feel like he's not going to realize how good he can be until he gets to be on his own. And Carlito is just hanging out in the back eating apples. So,
cleaning the office.
Right. So we'll see how that goes. See what, if anything, cool or new develops.
What new factions,
right,
new groups form?
Are there people?
Which side? Who's on what side?
Right, people moving to, because Randy is a SmackDown guy and he was on Raw. The rumor is that Jay might go to SmackDown so that when Jimmy comes back, they can kind of form the OG bloodline, because Jay and Sammy are going to challenge the Judgment Day for their titles, and Sammy is honorary bloodline. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. So, I think this next segment is yours.
Oh,
Clayton. Yeah.
So, Yoo-hoos, how we feeling about them? Oh my goodness gracious.
So Yoo-hoos. All right. So if you don't know what a Yoo-hoo is, let's
look them up.
Let me look it up and give you the Wikipedia.
They used to be a cherry soda. They kept the name and went to chocolate. Is what the old, what was that, History Channel was talking about? I watched the other day.
A chocolate-flavored beverage. Created in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
In 1928. It's manufactured by Dr. Pepper. The drink is
really Dr. Pepper?
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect them to have the rights to.
The drink is primarily made of water, high fructose corn syrup, and whey.
Whey protein.
I think they're gross. Just like
they last forever.
Disgusting.
They can be in the heat. In certain warm temperatures. But so yeah, was at Kroger shopping, looking through the aisles of dairy, and I seen they had Nesquik chocolate, Nesquik strawberry,
which is also not that great.
Yeah, I'm not a big Nesquik kind of guy. So went and was searching, and then I don't know if anybody ever has this, ever comes across this when you're looking for something, and then an employee you talk to and they point you to the area that you were just at, and you're like, maybe I did overlook it. Maybe I'm blinded and didn't go far enough down. Maybe it's on the bottom shelf. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Nope. Went back, searched again. Lies. She lied to me.
Like, man, you work here. How do you not
crushed
know where
my little heart of having a Yoo-hoo, because I mean, yeah, they sell like the 12-pack of Yoo-hoo, or I know they do like the box Yoo-hoo.
Oh yeah, with the
straw
box.
Yeah,
Which seems gross also.
Yeah, But I just wanted like the little glass ball yoo-hoo, take me back to my childhood of going fishing, maybe even grab a Slim Jim and just really dive down into that nostalgia road. But no, she just crash and burn my dreams. So
dang, that was
broke my heart.
very vivid. But yeah, I'm not a. Do you guys like yoo-hoos? I'm not a yoo-hoo person. I personally think they're disgusting.
Yeah, it's like I don't even think I see yoo-hoo commercials anymore.
Yoo-hoo. I don't know. I haven't seen one anymore, so I can't say.
Maybe yoo-hoo's so good and popular, like they don't need commercials.
I don't know.
So
yeah, I just
not your thing. Well,
yeah, I just don't think they taste good. I don't get the appeal. So
it's chocolate.
And
it can be warm a little bit, I guess, and doesn't it spoil?
It can be right
after it can be before it opens. Once it opens,
you can drink it warm.
It's a ticking time bomb until spoiled.
That's the new yoo-hoo. You can drink it warm. Like what?
Yo, just put a little vodka in it, maybe not vodka, but what would maybe shoot?
I don't know.
Jameson
I'm not
whiskey.
Sure where you're going with this, but that all sounds not
Kahlua.
Okay, yeah, maybe Kahlua. I could see. So,
Bailey's.
Let's see. What else do we got?
College football. Well, it looks like we have our first technical difficulties on Corner of Bexley. So.
Right. So I guess we'll I don't know.
Rewind.
I guess we'll blend the two together, or maybe make it a part 1, part 2.
Yeah, we'll just figure it out.
Right. But so we got college football starts August 24th. We have the NFL preseason week 1, which means absolutely positively nothing to absolutely positively nobody. And then we have the regular season starts September 5th for the NFL. I think the Chiefs play on the 5th. And then what I was saying before we got cut off was the Brazil game, the Eagles versus Green Bay, will be played that Friday. The reason I think everybody's interested in, because the report came out, or somebody, I think either from the Eagles or from Green Bay, was like, yeah, we basically can't wear green because the area we're going to be at, I think like it's like a rival gang wears green. Shit. And I was like, we did no research. We did not one stitch of research. Maybe. And was like, let's send 2 teams that wear green to rival gang territory.
I guess.
What the fuck, Roger Goodell? What are you doing in your office?
Trying to get rid of some players?
Like,
collect some life insurance policies?
I get it. You normally play in Mexico, and you normally send teams that are either well known or are from states with a large Mexican population. So teams from California, Arizona, Texas. I get it. It works. In your mind, you worked it out. Or we go to London. They don't care. They're just happy that somebody is happy to be there with them. And then you have...
So, was he just like, yo, there's green in the flag. These teams are green. Perfect. This would be perfect.
Boom, bam, boom. Solved it. Green Bay, Eagles, going to Brazil. Oh, wait, rival gang, the gang that they don't like wears green. Oh, shit. I don't know any Brazilian Portuguese, so there isn't anything I can say. But, like, adios mijo. Like, nobody checked the boxes. Nobody looked. Like, nobody was like, maybe,
like I said,
maybe not.
He's just trying to get that life insurance policies on those players.
Like, so that game is that Friday. So we'll be on standby. Hopefully nobody gets harmed. But we'll be on the lookout for that. I'm ready for college football to start. Like I said, the NFL preseason is nice, and we tune into the games, but like because they don't really mean anything, it's like, okay, we went 3-0, or we went 0-3 for that matter.
We got to go to the game for cheap.
Right. So
cheap ticket prices.
So yeah.
But you know, I guess it's a way for them to warm up, get stretched out, figure out what they need to do to execute to get that championship
run. If they need to
run.
pick somebody up, if you don't need to pick somebody up, obviously if you're
cut somebody,
like a late round pick or undrafted free agent, like you want the preseason games because hopefully you do well and that way you make the team.
Or maybe you'll just be in the Canadian League or XFL.
Right. Also on September 6th, Beetlejuice comes out. The new Beetlejuice. Which
Beetlejuice.
I think it's just Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is the name of the movie. I don't know. Or I guess it'd be...
Yeah, that's the name of the movie. But you say Beetlejuice.
I know you say it 3 times.
That's how you bring them out.
Like, Beetlejuice 2, more juice.
The juice is loose.
Right.
I think that one was already taken.
Beetlejuice 2.
But yeah, Beetlejuice. So.
Into the Matrix. I don't know.
Beetlejuice
2.
Beetlejuice meets Mystery Inc.
Return of the Avengers. I don't know, like
Beetlejuice and Star Wars.
Right. So I'm not looking forward to seeing it. Honestly,
it'd be like, how do you?
I hate when they put so much space between movies. But
it's been what, like 30 some years? Wait, because
it came out in
88.
88.
So it's as old as I am. Well,
right. It's ridiculous. So I just want to see, like, I don't know. I'm hoping the drive-in gets it so we can go and see it. And they'll have like a cool popcorn bucket, and then
since AMC really
they let playing down apparently
on the dead pool buckets.
So and then I know like they did all of the Disney releases for what's to come.
All that, the D23.
Yeah.
D23.
The Stitch in the live action Lilo and Stitch looks like Louie, but blue.
Louis Beans with that little short little nose. Maybe he'll look like a Frenchie because you know, like in the cartoon, he like kind of looked like a dog.
Yeah, he kind of looks like
where he pulled his arms in and
his extra set of arms.
Yeah,
he kind of does look like a Frenchie. Like he's got the big ears and the little kind of like chunky body,
little short face, a little stout.
Yeah. So I know there's gonna be another Toy Story come out, which is basically like kids not playing with actual toys anymore, and now kids are into the whole like iPods and shit, so that should be interesting. What I really am looking forward to seeing is the Pharrell movie where everybody's Legos, because it's Pharrell, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be really cute. So yeah. Looking forward to the Beetlejuice movie coming out, I guess.
Maybe. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Burton's directing it, so.
Well, I would hope so.
So, I mean, that's a positive note, right?
I would hope they wouldn't.
I was always wondered, like, how did the cartoon tie into the movie? Like.
It didn't.
Like,
because I remember watching that.
Because, like, they were, Beetlejuice and the girl were friends in it, you know?
Right.
And I think they had a cereal, and that was, like, you know. But,
yes.
yeah. So, I was, like, wondering when this came out, I was like, is that just, like, its own separate thing? Or, like, it's not, you know, it's, like, not a part of the films. So, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. So this is the segment where Clay talks about cooking. We're now calling it Chef Clay's cooking segment. So, Chef Clay, what would you like to discuss?
I would like to discuss my breaded fried wings. Yum, yum, yum. I've been making these for the past month, and it just
They're delicious. I like Clayton's wings, period. Like when he seasons them very well.
Yeah, I put them in the oven, and they would just be bubbly and like watery kind of. They want to get that real fry, crispy. And so I kind of hit the TikTok, did my research on the videos of YouTube, and so figured out my issue was oil temperature.
Yes.
Oil temperature is everything. Having the right temperature to have to fry your food, because it's all started with the onion rings, doing the petals.
Yeah, when we were trying to do
onion petals.
It originally started us trying to recreate a blooming onion, a cactus blossom, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. No offense to Outback, but your blooming onion doesn't even hold weight to Texas Roadhouse's cactus blossom.
Right.
Like it's, God, I can eat one right now. But that's where we originated.
This all came from. It stems from that.
We're trying
to mimic
one because we live in Marion and
our drive isn't that great.
Yeah.
Sometimes on a Sunday, Saturday, you just want
randomly in the middle of the night on a Saturday night, and you just want a blooming onion, and so you're like, I'm gonna figure this out, and
so.
Joke's on us, we didn't really.
Yeah. So, but in the process, figured out wings. And these wings, there used to be a restaurant in Marion called Michael's. And they would have the buffet of wings, and they would be crispy, plain, battered wings. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they were so good. I recreated them. I found the recipe. I did it. Like a mad scientist, Dr. Frankenstein. I'm like so proud of myself. I was like, I did it. It's alive. It's alive. But so what I like to do is get 2 pounds of chicken. Then I'll go to Kroger's. They have the KFC fried batter mix already to get. So I'll grab that. And then there's, what is it? Planko breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
So I'll grab those. And then what I've been using is the Frank's Red Hot seasoning, put with the batter. Yum. Yeah. Milk, eggs. So take the chicken, prepare the chicken, get it washed, clean, you know. And then take it, dip it in the milk, egg wash, let it soak in there. And then I'll take my dry flour, take a cup of the breadcrumbs, put it in there, take the Frank's Red Hot seasoning, put it in there, mix it all together.
Mix.
And then some salt, some pepper, add into there. And I will take them, and I'm not going to say throw everything, depending on the size of your dry mixing station, your bowl. You may not want to overload it with the chicken because it'll get it all wet and battered. Yeah, and it's kind of useless after that because you want it to keep its consistency of being dry. So after you get it all caked up and shaken, put it on a plate, get your temp up to 325, 350, and add your chicken in, a couple pieces at a time, and just watch your temp. And your temp's gonna drop to about 280, and I keep it about there, and try to get it to go up, and then just try to get it to 300, and normally I'd probably say about a pound of chicken, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, depending on how low my temp goes and how high I can get it back up. And then I like to flip them around because I'll use just the basic, what I cook pasta in, and I'll just use that as my deep fryer. You know, it's a multi-tool of pots. You know,
Nothing wrong with
hey,
that.
that's what the Marine Corps taught me is,
Be resourceful.
adapt to everything, and everything has multiple purposes and can do more than one thing. So, and then like I said, about 12, 13 minutes, depending, and just watch your temp. Your temperature is everything. And then once you get those done, you'll probably have about another pound of chicken to redo or to cook up. Just get your temperature up again. Because I guess what was that? We were watching one of those food competition shows, and that guy was having the problem with his deep fried.
Yeah.
Where they were doing that state fair competition of fried food.
Yeah.
And it was the temp, and I'm like, geez, I can like doing it. I'm like, man, I see it because when you have the chicken in the deep fry, when you turn it, it's gonna drop the temp of the oil. So you just gotta watch it, but you gotta make sure it doesn't get too high where you burn everything. So grease fires, avoid those.
Burn down your house.
So I think that kind of concludes Clay's cooking segment.
Come back next week for more on Chef Clay's cooking segment, tips and tricks. So yeah, I think that was the last thing I had written down. Obviously, we got interrupted by technical difficulties.
Yeah, who knows, maybe because I got a phone call and it kicked it off. Or,
oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It could have.
Yeah,
So. But, I guess that concludes the end of the episode. Listen to us, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Like the episodes, put comments, feedback, whatever you want. Constructive criticism is welcome as long as it's constructive. Because if you're mean, we'll find you. It'll be like Jay and Silent Bob. And if you've never seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I suggest
I'll spend my life savings.
Right.
You got royalties for this and that. Just spend it fighting the people.
We'll find you. Also, follow us on Instagram. So the on Instagram is @corner_of_Bexley, all lowercase letters. And then we also have a X profile, formerly known as Twitter, corner_of_Bex, BEX, all lowercase. We appreciate everybody that has listened, that is liked, that is following us. We're trying to grow this platform and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And also have fun and have a good time and talk about, topics, things we like, things
stuff
we don't
going on in Ohio.
Right.
Festivals that we can get to, concerts.
Yes.
Shows.
So, we will talk to you all next week.
On another episode of Corner of Bexley.
See ya.
Later, guys.